Artemis Fowl, reading 19, chapter 8, titled Troll. Root leaned forward, roaring into the microphone. "Mulch, what's happening? What's your status?" Foley was tapping on a keyboard furiously. "We've lost audio. Motion 2. Mulch, talk to me, damn it! I'm running a scan on his vitals. Whoa! What is it? What is it? What is it? His heart's gone crazy, beating like a rabbit. A rabbit? No, wait, it's... What? Breathed the commander, terribly afraid that he already knew. Foley leaned back in his chair. It's stopped. His heartbeat. It's stopped. Are you sure? The monitors don't lie. All vitals can be read through the iris cam. Not a peep. He's gone. Root couldn't believe it. Mulch Diggums, one of life's constants, was gone. It couldn't be true. He did it too, you know, Foley. He recovered a copy of the book, no less. And he confirmed that Short was alive. Foley's wide brow creased for an instant. It's just that... What? Said Root, suspicion aroused. Well, for a moment there, just before the end, his heart rate seemed abnormally fast. Maybe it was a malfunction. The centaur was unconvinced. I doubt it. My bugs, they don't have bugs. What other explanation could there be? You still have visuals, don't you? Yeah, through dead eyes, no doubt about it. Not a spark of electricity in that brain. The camera's running on its own battery. Well, that's it then. No other explanation. Foley nodded. It would seem that way, unless... No, it's too fantastic. This is Mulch Diggums we're talking about here. Nothing is too fantastic. Foley opened his mouth to voice this incredible theory, but before he could speak, the shuttle's bay door slid open. "We have him!" said a triumphant voice. "Yes," agreed a second voice. "Fowl has made a mistake!" Root swiveled in his chair. It was Argon and Cumulus, the so-called behavioural analysts. "Oh, we've finally decided to earn our retainers, but have we?" But the professors were not so easily intimidated. United by excitement, Cumulus even had the temerity to wave Root's sarcasm aside. This, more than anything else, made the commander sit up and take notice. Argon brushed past Foley, pressing a laser disc into the console's player. Artemis Fowl's face appeared, as seen through Root's iris cam. "We'll be in touch," said the commander's voice. "Don't worry, I'll see myself out." Fowl's face disappeared momentarily as he rose from his chair. Root lifted his gaze in time for the next chilling statement. "You do that, but remember this. None of your race has permission to enter here while I'm alive." Argon pressed the pause button triumphantly. "There, you see?" Root's complexion lost any final traces of pallor. There what? What do I see?" Cumulus tutted, as one would a slow child. A mistake in retrospect. The commander had him by the pointy beard in under a second. "Now," he said, his voice deceptively calm, "pretend you're pushed for time here and just explain it to me without any attitude or any snarky comments." The human said that we could enter while he was alive," squeaked Cumulus. "So?" Argon took up the account. So if we can't go in while he's alive..." Root drew a sharp breath. "Then we go in when he's dead." Cumulus and Argon beamed. "Exactly," they said in perfect unison. Root scratched his chin. "I don't know. We're on shaky ground here legally." Not at all, argued Cumulus. "It's elementary grammar. The humans specifically stated that entry was forbidden as long as he was alive. That's tantamount to an invitation for when he's dead." The commander wasn't convinced. "The invitation is implied at best." "No," interrupted Foley, "they're right. It's a strong case. Once Fowl is dead, the door is wide open. He said it himself." "Maybe," Maybe nothing, blurted Foley. For heaven's sake, Julius, how much more do you need? We have a crisis here, in case you hadn't noticed. Root nodded slowly. 1, you're right. 2, I'm going to run with it. 3, well done, you two. And 4, if you ever call me Julius again, Foley, you'll be eating your own hooves. Now get me a line to the council. I need to get approval for that gold. Right away, Commander Root, your worship. Foley grinned, letting the hoof-eating comment slide for Holly's sake. So we send in the gold, muttered Root, thinking aloud. They send out Holly, we blue rinse the place and stroll in to reclaim the ransom. Simple. So simple, it's brilliant, enthused Argon. Quite a coup for our profession, wouldn't you say, Dr. Cumulus? Cumulus's head was spinning with possibilities. Lecture tours, book deals, why the movie rights alone will be worth a fortune. Let those sociologists stuff this in their collective pipe. Puts the kibosh on the deprivation breeds antisocial behaviour chestnut. This foul character has never gone hungry in his whole life. There's more than one kind of hunger, noted Argon. Very true. Hunger to succeed. Hunger to dominate. Hunger to... Root snapped. Get out! Get out before I strangle the pair of you, and if I ever hear a word of this repeated on an afternoon talk show, I'll know where it came from. The consultants retreated warily, resolving not to call their agents until they were out of Root's earshot. I don't know if the council will go for this, admitted Root when they departed. It's a lot of gold. Foley looked up from the console. How much exactly? The commander slid a piece of paper across the console. That much. Oh, that is a lot, Foley whistled. A ton? Small, unmarked ingots? 24 carat only? Well, at least it's a nice round weight. Very comforting. I'll be sure to mention that to the council. Have you got that line yet? The centaur grunted. A negative grunt. Very cheeky, really. Grunting at a superior officer. Root didn't have the energy to even go crook at him, but he made a mental note. When this is over, dock Foley's pay for a few decades. He rubbed his eyes exhaustedly. Time lag was beginning to set in, even though his brain wouldn't let him sleep because he'd been awake when the time stop was initiated. His body was crying out for a rest. He rose from the chair, swinging the door wide to let in some air. Stale, time stop air. Not even molecules could escape the time field, much less a human boy. There was activity by the portal, lots of it. A swarm of troops gathered around a hover cage. Cudgeon stood at the head of the procession, and the entire bunch was heading this way. Root stepped down to meet them. What's this? He inquired, none too pleasantly. A circus? Cudgeon's face was pale, but determined. No, Julius, it's the end of the circus. Root nodded. I see. And these are the clowns? Foley's head poked through the doorway. Pardon me for interrupting your extended circus metaphor, but what the hell is this? Yes, Lieutenant, said Root, nodding at the floating hover cage. What the hell is that? Yes, Lieutenant. Nodding at the floating hover cage. What the hell is it? Cudgeon bolstered his courage with a few deep breaths. I've taken a leaf from your book, Julius. Is that a fact? Yes, it is. You opted to send in a lapsed creature, so now I'm going to... Root smiled dangerously. You don't opt to do anything, Lieutenant. Not without my say-so. Cudgeon took an unconscious step backwards. I've been to the council, Julius. I have their full backing. The commander turned to Foley. Is this true? Apparently, it just came through on the outside line. This is Cudgeon's party now. He told the council about the ransom demand and you springing Mr. Diggums. You know what the elders are like when it comes to parting with gold. Root folded his arms. People told me about you, Cudgeon. They said you'd stab me in the back. I didn't believe them. I was a fool. This is not about us, Julius. It's about the mission. What's inside this cage is our best chance of success. So, what's in the cage? No, don't tell me. The only other non-magical creature in the lower elements. And the first troll we've managed to take alive in over a century. Exactly. The perfect creature to flush out our adversary. Root's cheeks glowed with the effort of restraining his anger. I don't believe you're even considering this. Face it, Julius, it's the same basic idea as yours. No, it isn't. Mulch Diggums made his own choices. He knew the risks. Diggums is dead? Root rubbed his eyes again. Yes, it would seem so. I gave in. Well, that just proves I'm right. A troll won't be so easily dispatched. It's a dumb animal, for heaven's sake. How can a troll follow instructions? Cudgeon smiled, newborn confidence peeping through his apprehension. What instructions? We just point it at the house and get out of the way. I guarantee you those humans will be begging us to come in and rescue them. And what about my officer? We'll have the troll back under lock and key long before Captain Short is in any danger. You can guarantee that, can you? Cudgeon paused. That's a chance I'm willing to take. The council is willing to take. Politics, spat Root. This is all politics to you, Cudgeon. A nice feather in your cap on the way to a council seat. You make me sick. Be that as it may, we are proceeding with this strategy. The council have appointed me acting commander. So if you can put our personal history aside, get the hell out of my way. Root stepped aside. Don't worry, Commander. I don't want anything to do with this butchery. The credit is all yours. Cudgeon put on his best sincere face. Julius, despite what you think, I have only the interests of the people at heart. One person in particular, snorted Root. Cudgeon decided to go for the high moral ground. I don't have to stand here listening to this. Every second talking to you is a second wasted. Root looked him straight in the eye. That's about 600 years wasted altogether, eh, friend? Cudgeon didn't answer. What could he say? Ambition had a price, and that price was friendship. Cudgeon turned to his squad, a group of hand-picked sprites loyal only to him. Get the hover cage over to the avenue. We don't green light until I give the word. He brushed past Root, eyes looking anywhere except at his sad friend. Foley wouldn't let him go without a comment. Hey, Cudgeon! The acting commander couldn't tolerate that tone, not on his first day. You watch your mouth, Foley. No one is indispensable. The centaur chuckled. Very true. That's the thing about politics. You get one shot. Cudgeon was semi-interested in spite of himself. I know if it was me, continued Foley, and I had one chance, just one chance, to book my behind on a seat to the council, I certainly wouldn't entrust my future to a troll. And suddenly Cudgeon's newfound confidence evaporated, replaced by a shiny pallor. He wiped his brow, hurrying after the departing cage. See you tomorrow, Foley called after him. You'll be taking out my trash. Root laughed. Possibly the first time one of Foley's comments had ever amused him. Good man, Foley, he grinned. Hit that backstabber where it hurts, right in his ambition. Thanks, Julius. The grin disappeared faster than a deep-fried pit slug in the LEP canteen. I warned you about that Julius thing. Now get that outside line open. Yes, I will. I'll get that outside line open. I want that gold ready when Cudgeon's plan goes wrong. Lobby all my supporters on the council. I'm pretty sure that Lope's one of mine, and Chahartes, possibly Vinyaya. She's always had a thing for me, devilishly attractive I am. You're joking, of course. I never joke, said Root, and he said it with a straight face.